spot Joseph chatting with the guy from DDADDS and Beyond by the grill. I wonder what they're talking about. I walk over to them. So I'm curious. Can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in the winter. It provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood. And it completes the crimson interior perfectly. Compliments. It complements.
Oh.
It's definitely an interesting choice. Thank you. I'm very proud of my abode. Pedro, I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his aesthetic design decisions. Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye. How do you do? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. I think I saw you in DDADDS and Beyond the other day. Damien's face turned bright red, which must be really easy because it's a freaking albino man. I must apologize for my behavior on that day. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as DDADDS and Beyond was profoundly frustrating indeed. I hope you know that while my anger may have been justified, it was no such way for a gentleman to act. It's okay, man. Do tell about yourself. Are you new to the area? Yes, my daughter and I just moved in the other day. She was the one I took to DDADDS and Beyond, actually. A very good taste on her part. Does she partake in the golf lifestyle? I think for a second. I look over to Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the older kids in their neighborhood. Hey Amanda, would you consider yourself a goth? Amanda yells back. I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any other specific label, but I guess if I had to choose, I would be more describe myself as twee hipster with some normcore leanings. What did I just read? Twee hipster with normcore leanings? What is that? Am I a dad? That's a good. Pity. Are you enjoying the party so far? Oh, definitely. Thanks so much for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone is so friendly and welcoming. Amanda walks up to the conversation. I also like The Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth? That it would, my dear. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting Damien Bloodmarch at your servants. Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow. Of course he does, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda. Where the fuck did you pull that thing from? Amanda blushes and returns the gesture with a curtsy. My child rocks. Mommy, do you know how to treat a lady?
What?
Hello, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twins kids. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twin kids appear. Are they speaking in unison?
What?
Hey, won't you come play with us? Come play with us. Forever. Guys, enough of the creepy twin shtick. We've talked about this. Christian and Chrissy slowly backs away. Where do you think they got that from? Mary pops into the conversation while in hand. Mary pops into the conversation. Mary pops in. Is there a reference hidden here? Or am I just like on a whole bad level that I just assuming that this is a reference? But anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mary takes a long sip of the wine.
Oh my god.
I think I might have taped over VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. I think I might have taped over a VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. Who knows? She takes another sip of her wine.
Oh.
Where's Crash? Wasn't he with you? Yeah. I had him a moment ago. He's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. He'll be alright. Toddler's pretty resilient. Mary tips her glass so to me. Ain't my first time to the rodeo. It's my fifth.
Come on.
I have squeezed 4 little sweetheart. Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and please find Crash? That would be great. I'm sure he's fine, Mary. Okay, jeez. Mary finishes her wine and wanders off. Dad, can we go now? Oh, Lucian, have I introduced you to Pedro yet? Hey, it's that punk from Amanda's school. I remember you. Whatever. That's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Lucian bows. Whatever, sir. Lucian bows again. Mr. Christensen, may I have a veggie burger, sir?
Oh.
Come right up, bud. Are you a vegetarian? Yup. We don't take too kindly of them vegetarians over here in this neighborhood. Make them chew veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They described the carnivorous type people as blood lovers. Dad. That's really interesting, Damien. Joseph turns to the grill. Just a hint of tattoo peeps out of the underneath of his sleeve. Wait, under Joseph's? I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It looks like the bottom of an anchor. Wow, is that a tattoo? Yep. Wasn't always a youth pasture, you know. That's so cool. Wanna see mine? What? Lucian pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black ink. My buddy gave me a stick and poked it to last week. I think it's filling up pretty good. Lucian! We'll talk about this later. That's pretty cool. What's the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. Just thought it looked sick. Like, oh yeah. Like, sign me out. Like, off the top of the back. Like, sick, dude. Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful though, that number carries weight. And Joseph is a way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the womb with the Bible. I wonder what he did before preaching. Let's spend time with the rest of them. Let's do a full plate. I just want to spend more time with Robert so bad. Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Craig looks on, smiling politely. I walk over to say hello. Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare two art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they're a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of a time and place, and try to take something like, say, the Rococo period and compare it to postmodernism in America, you're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art is created. Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking that they don't notice me. Craig leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. Listening to Matt and Hugo. That kind of comparison just eliminates the reason art movements are so important in the first place. You're not wrong, but I think there's no harm comparing one work of art to another. You could definitely say one painting is better than another if you're evaluating technical skill from a purely formalist standpoint. If I showed you a Matisse and then something by the Dutch masters, which one would you say shows more technical prowess? I'm so lost right now, I shoot a worried glance over to Craig, who returns it. Well, sure, you could say that the Dutch masters were technically more skilled, but I would argue that while the Dutch masters were better painters, Matisse had better painting overall. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Well, that's pretty subjective.
Oh.
What do you mean? Well, that painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face is pretty nice. Matisse rocks. That's Magritte? Right, art. Sir. You're fine, dude. We were just discussing the importance of context when talking about artwork. Listen, all I asked was if you liked Van Gogh or Picasso better. Hugo throws up his hand in frustration. But they represent two completely different art movements. How could I possibly choose between the thick, creamy impasto of post-impressionism and the abstractionist beauty of cubism? Man, that's all way above my head. Me too. It's all good, man. The cool thing about art is that we all perceive it differently. A single piece could have a totally different effect on each person that looks at it, and that's awesome. Just 1 minute about that. Hugo, please. Sorry, I get really fired up about art stuff. Pedro, how are you liking the neighborhood? It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly. Seems like your daughter is fitting in just fine. Matt points across the yard to where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us. What is it, sweetheart? It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it.
Hey.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Matt takes the flower crown and places it on top of his head. Am I cool now? The girl stares at him, thinking it over. Oh god, I need to draw him with a flower crown. Precious. Nope. But you're slightly less uncool than you were before. Nope. But you're slightly less uncool than you were before. You put it on. Nope. But you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on. I can't read a sentence. Okay, let's try this once more. Nope. But you're slightly less uncool than when you were before I put it on. Oh my god, this is so cute. Can I do a print skin? This is the most adorable thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm fucking dying. Oh my god, look at this precious man and his flower crown. Oh my god, it's so precious. Look at this man. Look at this precious man. Look at this precious, precious man. Oh, okay. Hello. I'm Carmencita. Oh, what an adorable name. Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow. Dad, look, I'm making friends. Are you making friends? You better be making friends. Yeah, actually, Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop? And my old college friend and, your teacher? Whoa. Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors.
Yes.
You still gonna get me that overdue term paper? Great seeing you. Amanda fingers gun her way out of the conversation like a champ. Brazilian! She learned the finger guns move from me. I'm very proud. She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go?
Sweet man, check him.
Around the party, he must finally spot him because his eyes go wide. Ernest Hemingway Vega, are you smoking? Ernest is holding a lit cigarette. Nope. I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of his cigarette and then flicks it into a gutter. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Hugo marches over to Ernest, and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right? Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants. Nearly burned down half the yard. At the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half of the yard. And then he spread it onto my lawn. And burned down half of my yard too.
I don't know.
Hugo walks back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Hey everybody, sorry about that. Pedro, this is my son, Ernest. Hello. Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Hey. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Does it matter? Ernest! Okay, I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you were just dying to know. Yeah, good for you. Can go now. I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy. Ernest. Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. Ernest puts earbuds in and storms off and stands in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. It seems nice. Hugo puts his head in his hand and sighs. I'm so sorry. He's having a really rough time. As much as I want to be a cool dad, I have to be an authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it. I mean, I think as a dad and a teacher, that's about as an authoritarian as it can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? What? I'm cool as a cucumber. The fuck are you guys talking about?
Hey.
See that right there? You can't say that. My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be the cool dads? I don't know. I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads, we've become the machine we once raged against and accept our fate to unironically wear socks and sandals. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18. She still thinks I'm cool. I yell across the yard to my daughter, Amanda, I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point. As much as we all want it, I don't think it's as important to be a cool dad as it is to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest. Look at this man. I can't even look at him. He's so fucking charming and perfect. And so is this man. And so is this man. Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right. But it would be nice to have it both ways. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationships with Amanda. My relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might come a time when it won't be like that. It's college when that happens. Don't let us eat up your time, Pedro. Go meet some other people around the neighborhood. And without further ado, let's work some magic.